We've all heard the stories: Alexander the Great, the unstoppable king, conquering lands from Greece all the way to India in just 13 years. But was it really as simple as that? Did Alexander the Great truly conquer the entire world, or was his empire something much more complicated than history remembers? Today, we're going to dig into the shocking truth behind Alexander's conquests. What did he really accomplish, and how did he change the world forever? Let's get into the real story. Born in 356 BCE, Alexander was already destined for greatness. The son of King Philip II of Macedonia, he grew up surrounded by military strategy, political power, and, most importantly, ambition. His dream? To unite the Greek world, and from there, expand beyond it. But what did this really mean? Was his goal world domination, or did something bigger motivate him? You see, Alexander didn't just want to conquer for conquest's sake. He believed he was chosen by the gods, destined to bring Greek culture to the farthest corners of the known world. The Greek Empire he envisioned wasn't just about ruling land, it was about creating a cultural revolution. So, when he marched across the ancient world, he wasn't just laying waste to kingdoms, he was building a legacy that would blend East and West for centuries. Now, let's talk about those famous battles. In 334 BCE, Alexander crossed into Asia Minor and immediately took on the mighty Persian Empire. King Darius III, who ruled over what was essentially the world's largest empire at the time, was no match for Alexander's military genius. At the Battle of the Granicus, Alexander crushed the Persian forces, starting a series of victories that would echo through history. From there, he marched down the coast, capturing Asia Minor, then Syria, and Egypt, where he founded the city of Alexandria, one of the greatest intellectual centers of the ancient world. But the most shocking moment came in 331 BCE, when Alexander faced Darius once more at the Battle of Gaugamela. A decisive victory, where Darius's army was decimated, leaving Persia in ruins. Now, here's the twist: did he really conquer all of Persia? Not exactly. Yes, he defeated Darius, but the empire he left behind was still vast, and much of it was controlled by local rulers, not just Alexander's forces. He didn't exactly sit on the throne of every city he conquered. And then, there's India, the land where Alexander's conquest truly faced its limits. In 326 BCE, Alexander and his army crossed into India, facing off against King Porus at the Battle of the Hydaspes River. It was a brutal fight. Porus, a king with war elephants and a fierce army, nearly stopped Alexander in his tracks. But despite the odds, Alexander emerged victorious. However, here's the real shocker. After this battle, Alexander's army refused to march further. They had been fighting for years, and the thought of going deeper into the unknown lands of India was just too much. So, instead of pushing on to conquer the world's largest and most populous region, Alexander turned back. Was this the limit of his ambition? Did he truly conquer the world, or was it all just a series of battles that never led to permanent domination? Here's the thing: what Alexander built didn't last long. After his death in 323 BCE, at the age of 32, his empire began to fall apart almost immediately. He didn't leave a clear successor, and his generals, known as the Diadochi, fought amongst themselves for control. The empire split into several pieces: Macedonia, Egypt, and Persia, and eventually, it was absorbed by other growing empires, most notably the Roman Empire. So, did Alexander really conquer the world? Or did he just leave behind a legacy that others would fight to control? What's perhaps more fascinating than his military conquests was Alexander's cultural impact. Through his campaigns, Greek culture spread throughout Asia and North Africa in what we now call the Hellenistic Age. Greek ideas, philosophies, and sciences took root across a huge portion of the world, influencing civilizations long after his death. Alexander didn't just conquer, he merged cultures, leaving a profound impact on art, architecture, and language, which is still seen today in places like Egypt, Persia, and India. So, the truth is, no, Alexander the Great did not literally conquer the entire world. He made a huge impact, for sure, ruling over vast territories from Greece to India, but he never held permanent power over all of it. His empire, despite its size, was more a collection of conquered kingdoms than a unified state. In the end, his ambition was unmatched, but the true power of his legacy lay in how it shaped history. His story wasn't about domination, it was about creating a bridge between East and West, influencing cultures and societies for centuries to come. The world may not have been fully conquered, but it was forever changed. What do you think? Was Alexander the Great truly the conqueror of the world, or was he just a man with big dreams and even bigger consequences? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. If you enjoyed uncovering the shocking truth behind one of history's most famous figures, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon for more amazing stories from history. Thanks for watching.